back to code with Gabriel section, and this modules we are going to be talking about CSS background. So this is the work we did on the last tutorial. I'm just going to clear this off, then we don't have the paragraph, so back to a blank page. So let me just show you the little things I've just created. What I created is I created a folder right here. I name it images. Then inside the folder I'm having this my picture, my brand picture in there, just this in there like that. So that's why it's just a folder. Then inside the folder I have this image there. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create a division here, then I'll give it a class of box. Let me just give it a class of box. So right here, this is my style sheet. I'm just going to pick up the div with the class of box, and I'm going to specify the height of 300 pixels, and also I want to have the width of 300 pixels and a background color of teal. So if I refresh this is all I've got. But in this case, in this scenario, I don't want to have the background color. Instead of that, I want to use the image right here that I've just put here. I want to put it there. So what I'm going to do is just eradicate this guy, or I should comment it out, and I can go like background, if I can spell background image. So after declaring the background image, the next thing for me to do is to give the location of the image by declaring the URL property. So this is just going to go to where the image is located, and this has to be the location I have to declare. It has to be based on the relationship between these style.css and images. So if I could go period splash, then I can go images splash, then this is the name of my images right here, green van diagram business logo.png. So if I refresh it, you can see I'm having the image as the background color of my box. And the little issue that I'm facing right here is that you can see it's not actually displaying properly, and even though it's displaying, it's not fitting the whole box. So there is a quick fix right here that we can do. The first thing to declare is to give it a background repeat of no repeat. So at first we don't want it to be repeat. Then we can say background size, so it can either be contained or it is covered. So when I say should covered, so what I mean by the whole picture should make sure that it's cover up the total width and height of this box. So I'm having the height of 300 pixels, the width of 300 pixels. So when I say background size contain, and I'm able to use it to contain the whole width of that is why I'm able to use my image as the background right here. So what if I want to use it as a background and the body? So instead of having a white background, I want to use this image as the background. The syntax is very similar. It's just to go background, then I can go image, then I'll say I declare the URL, which stands for uniform resource location. Now go period. So period means this is actually the style.css. I'm saying go back. So period means that go back. So when you are back at this page, so from here, from style.css, it has to go back, then enter the image, then pick up the image that is inside that folder. So period splash images splash, then followed by the name of my image right there. So as you can see, I'm now having the, let me just comment this out. Okay, as you can see, I'm now having the image as the background of my website, but the only issue I'm having is that I'm having this being repeated twice. So I can handle this in two ways. I can say, we have the x-axis. This is actually the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. I can say background repeat. So you can see I can say repeat on the x-axis alone. So this is going to repeat on the x-axis alone. You can see it has eradicates the other that is shown on the y-axis, or I say repeat it on only the y-axis alone. So you can see now I'm no longer have it on the x-axis. I'm only having the image being displayed on the y-axis, but in this case I don't want to have it on either of the both sides, so I'm just going to say no repeats. So if I refresh this, you see right now, so I have the no repeats. So this is the total height and width of the image, and it is really getting difficult for the image to fit in all over the whole page, just like we did before. So we can do background size of contain. So and you can see this is actual the whole width and side of the image. Because it's very small, it's unable to actually fill up the whole screen. Let's try cover to cover it. Let's try to cover it. Okay, so when we try to use cover now, so cover is able to go ahead and cover the whole page, even though it is not even showing properly or showing well. Let's try attachments, background attachments. Someone say fixed. Okay, let's see we'll go with that. So it's not really doing much like that. So the image is small. The main thing I want to show you is just to make sure I display how you can continue to use these are background image property in your codes and use it to set up a background for yourself. So that is just the basics about it. And I'm very sure I just want to uncomment this. I don't know why it's yelling at me. So we actually don't need this. We don't, because that doesn't look cool or fit. So this is all we need now. So this is all we need. This is all we need for this modules by showing up the background. So let me quickly show you the something called. So I'm just going to leave this box empty. I'm just going to go create another div here, and I'll give it a class name. Probably I'll give it text align. So let's say in the middle right here, just show you paragraph that say this is a text. Okay, so I'm just going to title css, then I'm going to say div of text, then I want the whole width of this one to be 100% and the height should be auto. Okay, let me just view this. So all we have right here is just the text displaying here. So what if we don't want the text to be here? What if we want the text to be in the middle, or we want the text to be on the right side here? So there is a property called text align. So you can see from the option we have here, we have center, we have left, we have right. So let's just try center first. So width, so friend, let me see. So I'm mistaking the class together. The class is named text align, not text. So let me just change it back to text. Okay, you can see now I have the text being shown in the middle of my website, another workaround for this is what if I actually want to have it on the right? So I can just put right like that, and boom, I'm having the text being shown on the right like that. So I try to wrap up two properties in CSS inside a single video. So just give it a try, do a workaround with box with image backgrounds, and let's see what we can do in the next section.